Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I just decided to record myself today getting ready to go out, so I'll be installing my lace frontal wig from Unice hair. I got this wig like about 2 weeks ago. It's body wave Brazilian, 18 inches. So let's get right into it. So don't come for me. I know I look crazy, but I'm about to get it together right now. You're about to see this. So I'm just about to do the Wig Cap Method. I get this wig cap from my regular beauty supply store. Nothing really special. I'm just going to brush back all my baby hairs and just make sure my edges are slicked back, not in the way of the glue. So I'm just using this pomade that I always use. I just have the mini size. So guys, I'm actually reinstalling this wig. I've installed this wig about 2 or 3 times before, so this is just kind of the process I go through when I reinstall my wigs. When I'm done brushing my edges back, I just put the cap on my head and start adjusting it and just making sure it's comfortable on my head. I also go and I get all that extra fabric at the back and I kind of tie it into a little knot. Ooh, that girl is ashy. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make my ear tag. So now I'm just going to start putting on my Got To Be glue spray. I use my edge control brush just to make sure that I'm not getting Got To Be glue all over my forehead and running down towards my eyes, because that happens a lot with this spray. So I'm just going to do that around the perimeter of my head. After this, I'm going to go in with my blow dryer and just get all that first layer dry. Then I'm going to go back in with a second layer. Now it's time to cut the rest of the cap off, so I just cut it right in the middle. Then I'm going to start cutting each side separately. I like to do it with this. Sometimes I do it with scissors, sometimes I do it with that little razor that you guys see me with. So it just depends on how I'm feeling. Guys, be very careful not to cut yourself. It's very easy, like when you're cutting off these wig caps, to like cut yourself, because I've definitely cut myself a couple of times. I'm just putting on the wig so I can make sure it fully comes over the front of the ball cap. I don't want the ball cap to show when I'm gluing the wig down. So I'm just positioning it, making sure it looks right, getting it ready for the next step. Now I'm just going to cut that little thing off on the back of my head. I know I look crazy, guys. We're getting it together. So now I'm just going to clean off the front of my lace with some alcohol and a cotton pad. Just want to make sure I got all that excess freeze blast spray off my forehead and off the top of the ball cap. So when I go in with my makeup, it's not looking crazy and crusty because there's, leftover hairspray on my forehead. I'm going to go in with bronzer on top of my wig cap, and I'm using the one from Fenty Beauty. I like using a bronzer because my forehead is darker than the rest of my face, so I think when I lay the wig down, it matches my forehead much better when I use like a darker color than, using my foundation shade. So I'm just going to put that all over the front and the perimeter of the ball cap. Just cleaning off the excess makeup off of my forehead. Don't want that to, transfer onto my glue and just make things messy. So just go in, wipe my forehead again. And now it's time for me to apply this glue, guys. I'm using the ball hole glue. I got this from my regular beauty supply store. So I'm going to go in layers. I start in the middle. I have my little popsicle stick. So I just make one even smooth line going across right at the edge of my ball cap and my forehead. I let that dry and then I go in with another layer of glue. Guys, you go in with as much layers as you think you need for how long you want to keep this wig on. So I keep my wigs on maybe a good 2.5, 3 weeks, and I normally do about 2 to 3 layers. I'm just gonna go in with my blow dryer just to speed up the process a little bit more and get that glue dried. Now it's time for me to lay this wig down. I'm going to pull it forward, make sure it's positioned and it lines up perfectly before I lay it down to the glue. So right there I kind of see that it wasn't laying right, so I just took it back up and laid it back down, guys. And look how seamless that looks. Like, it's literally melting into my skin already. I love that. I'm just using my rat tail comb just to really help blend the wig, just to comb all the hairs back, make sure that the front of my hair is looking good. So I'm just going to pin both of the sides up now, get all that hair out the way, get it ready to put down the rest of the glue. Guys, I really prefer doing it this way because it's so much easier to me to do it in sections instead of doing it all at one time and trying to get that lace that's already cut to match up with the glue that you put on your forehead. So I really prefer it this way. So guys, definitely try it out and let me know how you like it. I'm just going to go in and put down that extra glue now, starting from one side, and I just do one side at a time. And when it dries, I just go back and put in the second layer. Now I'm just going in to show you guys how it looks when the glue is about to dry. I like to go in and make sure it's like more on the drier side than the sticky side, so I like to go in with my blow dryer. I just don't want, any of that glue to seep into my lace. And then after I blow dry it, it's time to lay the rest of this wig down. Last minute pips to the islands. Drip, drip, drip when you slide it. Flip, 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 baby, ride it. Don't hesitate when you get it, cause you want, like it. Taking up a cake for you. Sweet, baby, like it when you bite it. I'm ready to do what I do. Baby, what you wanna do? Shoot your shot, cause I'm bulletproof. Can you play that again? Baby, what you wanna do? I'm ready to pull up on you. Now that I'm finished laying down the wig, I'm going to use some Got To Be glue spray just for some, extra reinforcement. And I'm going to spray it onto the front of my lace and the front of my hair. So I'm going to use my little edge comb and section out some hair to use for my baby hairs. I really don't take a lot because I like very minimal baby hairs. So after I pick the few pieces out, I'm going to go in and tie my edges down with my elastic band. As you guys can see, I do like me a little thugger. So I'm just going to go ahead now, take that hair tie off, let you guys see the melt. I'm going to brush some of my hair back and get ready to do my baby hairs. So I'm going to go in with my little razor to cut my baby hairs down. I want them a little bit shorter than that, so I'm just going to cut the excess off, go around, cut my sideburns. I normally cut my sideburns a little bit longer because that's just the look that I like personally. I form my baby hairs with using my little mini flat iron, so I'm just going to go in and curl my baby hairs. Guys, be very careful. Don't burn yourself with this flat iron when you're going in on your baby hairs, okay? I'm telling you, you don't want to walk around with a mark on your forehead. After curling, I'm going to go in with my Nairobi styling foam. I love this stuff because it keeps my baby hairs in place, guys. If I try to just use Got2b glue, that does not work for me. So I just go in with my Nairobi and my fingers, and I just use the brush to shape my edges just to make them lay the way I want to. I use this satin hair tie that I got from one of my wigs to tie my edges down just until the setting foam dries. Now on to styling my hair. I'm just going to brush it out and start putting it into sections. I'm going to use my flat iron to make curls in my hair. I find it much easier to use the flat iron when I'm working with shorter hair, and my curling one when I work with longer hair. So since this hair is about 18 inches and I did actually cut an inch or 3 off of it, so it's about 16 to 15 inches at this time. So yeah, it's way easier to just go in with my flat iron and make these curls. And I'm gonna keep on with that process throughout the entirety of my hair. You guys might see me going in and out with some hairspray just to keep my curls tight, and I also pin curl them. And now for the final unveiling, guys. Look at that beautiful lace, guys. Look how that shit is melted into my skin, guys. Talk about chef's kiss, okay? If you like this quick tutorial, guys, if you enjoyed this video, definitely don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Ooh, look at that lace.